I mean, yeah, it is Chinese. Obviously, it's Chinese. It comes from China. It was developed by Chinese people, but it's still something, it's very abstract and it's universal. I've read Chinese astrology for a lot of people. I like doing it. I started it 28 years ago. I asked a friend to find me a teacher, and she found me this man in Chinatown. His name is Terry Lee. And I went to him to learn this, and first he didn't want to teach me. And then secondly, he said, well, he wrote down all these characters, these words, and he said, if you can memorize them, I'll teach you. So he said, bye-bye. And then it was like, he figured I would never come back, because first of all, he just scribbled them. It was, and I memorized them. So I came back after a few days, and his wife greeted me at the door, and she said, well, then read them. And so I did. And then he just said, okay, now I can teach you. And so he started to teach me Chinese astrology. I studied Western astrology for a long time. If I compare Western astrology with Chinese astrology, the Western astrology is a bigger system and it is more complicated. But for some reason, to get into Chinese astrology is more difficult. It's like the way in is very, very difficult. But once you get it, it's easy. Chinese people, if you're doing a reading for them, will want to know about the feng shui. Like, is this good? Is this good or is that good? Should I do this or should I do that? And is it okay to go over there in that direction at this time, or should we do this construction now or wait till later? Americans would not really ask like, when is the best time to start the construction? Because in the Chinese astrology, you can say, if you're going to do this construction in this direction of your house at this time, don't do it. Wait until next month, because the energy's better. There was one time when I was going to go to Italy with a teacher. And I did the I Ching. I still didn't understand anything about it, right? But I just did, I just made a hexagram. And I just told my teacher, this and this and that and that and that and that are going to happen. And they weren't really good things. And he said, you're crazy. And so we went and they all happened. So, that's pretty good, right? I use that a lot to make decisions like, is this better or that better? Should I do this or should I do that? Or is this a good time for that? Or is that, like that, I can use it. And it really helps. I don't know that you can really read this 100% intellectually. I think you have to be intuitive about it. It's an art.